This one thing determines your entire life. It determines if you live a life full of greatness, full of achievement, full of accomplishing great, extraordinary things, or if you live a mundane life full of meaningless suffering. You're chasing lust, you're chasing quick pleasure, and your life has no meaning to it. And this one thing is self-belief and delusion. The second you master these two things, your entire life will change. For me, it might sound crazy, but I genuinely believe that the whole universe, that everything was here so I could achieve this one dream, so I could follow this one path, so I could achieve this one thing. I believe the whole universe is working with me to help me achieve that thing. And the second you can adopt this mindset to whatever dream you have, to whatever vision you have, it'll change your life. It is one of the most powerful things in this world, and it determines your quality of life. It determines everything about your life. So here's how to build delusional self-belief. I firstly want to go over how I've used self-belief to my advantage. So, what happens is we all have this belief when we're born. We believe that we're meant for greatness. We believe that our life is meant to be like the life, like the whole universe is there for our life. But you lose this belief over time. Through school, through society, you start to lose this delusion and self-belief in yourself when you start to say, okay, you know what? I'm going to settle for less. I'm going to settle, maybe I can just find a good job. It's going to pay the bills. Maybe I can do this. Because when you're a kid, you have these huge dreams. Oh, I want to be an astronaut. Oh, I want to be an artist. I want to be all these great things. And then slowly and slowly, society strips that from you. And you just, you lose your desire to achieve these great things. And you start to say, you know what? Maybe I'm not made for all that. Maybe I'm going to live a mundane life. But you have to reject that. So for me, I'm still level 1, but I decided I was going to give my all to posting on TikTok, and I started posting, and everyone made fun of me, everyone laughed at me, everyone said you're going to go nowhere. But for some reason, even though the whole world was speaking to me saying you're not going to achieve this, I never for a second thought I wouldn't achieve this. It didn't even come into my conscious. I never for a second thought that it wouldn't work out. I had a business too at that time, and everyone was saying, oh, it's not going to work out, you make no money, you're nothing. But I never for a second thought it would fail. It was almost like from the get-go, I knew I would succeed in this thing. I just had to keep doing it. So even though everyone hated on me, everyone made fun of me, I kept posting day after day, getting 0 views. It took me 6 months to get to like 100 followers. And then, of course, 2 months later, I started blowing up. I had 100K like a month after hitting 1,000. It's because I was so committed. And when you have this belief that, you can achieve anything, that the universe is working with you, you will achieve this thing. You just have to be delusional enough. And I'm telling you, if you apply this to anything in your life, it'll change your life. So here's how to build delusional self-belief. Number 1 is you need to be aware that you're being tricked. You need to be aware that society is trying to push you down. The society is trying to make you think that you're not meant for greatness. You have to gain this awareness. Most people, they're not even aware of it. Their subconscious is automatically getting rewired to think that they're not made for greatness, to think that in any way that, that God put them on this planet to work a mundane job that they hate every day. They get tricked into thinking that that's somehow going to fulfill them. That, working this job every day that they hate, that God didn't put you on this planet to do that. God put you on this planet to achieve, man, to be an apprentice to Jesus, to live a life like Jesus, to live a life like him. So be aware that you're being tricked. School, society, it's all indoctrinating you in order to think that you're not meant for greatness when you are. So firstly, be aware that your whole life has been training you to not want to achieve greatness and to follow the system. Be aware, gain that awareness. Then you must choose to reject society and reject all the indoctrination, all the school, all these things you've been taught. You need to consciously choose that I'm going to reject these things. You need to think to yourself, okay, what do they want me to do? They want me to, go to school. They want me to work a job I hate. They want me to follow this system. I'm going to reject the system. I'm going to swim up the river. I'm not going to go down the river with all the other fish. I'm going to swim against the river. I'm going to go against it because I know that if I have this dream and I want to achieve this dream, I'm not going to settle for any less. So reject society, reject the training that's been pushed upon you. Then you need to fuel the fire. You need to fuel the fire. The second you feel a spark, which we all have, you're born with it, and maybe you're older and you've been through all the school and now your spark's kind of dead down. You still have a little bit of that spark. You need to feel just a little bit of that spark, and you need to feel that feeling that you're truly meant for greatness, that you're truly meant to achieve impeccable, impossible, and undefinable greatness, okay? You need to feel that spark. Just for a second, feel that spark and fuel the fire. Pour gasoline on that spark until that spark turns into a huge fire and you are just filled with this purpose, because purpose is what every man needs. You're meant to have purpose. So you need to be filled with this sense of purpose that's going to direct you in life, that's going to guide you in life. You need to fuel the fire, spark the fire. The second you feel any sort of boom, I'm meant for greatness, do whatever you can to keep that fire going, man, until it's so fuel that where you have to, share that fire. You have to post online about that fire. You have to tell everyone about that fire because you want it so badly. Then you need to train your brain to be positive. You need to understand that love is everywhere. Love is in the trees. It's in the air we breathe. It's in the sun. It's in the moon. It's in your body. Every cell in your body is love. You need to constantly feel love, and you need to understand you are love. You need to only have these positive thoughts about yourself. A lot of us, including probably you do something wrong and you have this resistance, and then you give into a bad habit, right? Then you feel guilty, you feel shameful, you feel like you feel sin, which what sin is you're missing the target. You're not hitting that target, and you feel guilty and you feel shameful, but you shouldn't feel guilty and you shouldn't feel shameful, because you should be full of love. You should understand, okay, I missed the target, I'm going to do better. No, I missed the target, I'm going to shame myself and feel guilty. That is unjust punishment. You should only feel guilty and have that punishment once, okay? So train your brain to constantly be positive, to constantly love itself, to constantly feel love, because you are love, okay? And don't let negative people be around you, because the truth is negativity, people will try to be negative. Misery loves company. People will try to spread their negativity upon you, but you can't let it affect you, because you are love, because you are positivity. So you have to just, do this. What I did that's helped me a lot is every single morning I will sit outside and I'll read a book. I just finished The Four Agreements. Great book. I recommend it, The Four Agreements. I'll read that book and I'll sit outside, and hopefully the sun's out. I'll sit in the sun and I'll do some awareness drills. I'll just be in the present moment in my awareness, pray for a bit. Then I'll do some breath work every single morning to calm myself, get myself in this meditative state that guides me through the rest of the day. And I get in this positive state where I just look around, I feel the love of the world. I realized everything is love. The wind's love, the clouds love, the skies love, the birds are love, the trees love. It's the universe. You are a part of the universe. The universe is God. It's Jesus. It's love, man. So you have to realize love is everywhere. God is love. Jesus is love. So you are love. So be love, man. And then you need to, fifthly, never let losing even enter your consciousness. Don't even let that thought of losing enter your consciousness. You need to be so delusional that you are going to win. Well, how do you become so delusional that you're going to win? You're going to rewire your subconscious to just feel like you are going to achieve your dreams no matter what. You need to rewire your subconscious to know you're going to achieve your dreams. How do you do this? Well, do visualization. Close your eyes. Imagine your dream life step by step. That dream version of yourself. How does he act? How does he walk? What does he wear? How does he speak? What does he do day to day? Every single step of the way. Imagine his day in the life. Imagine that and open your eyes and boom, act like that person. And over time, you will become that person. That's what visualization is. It's not this thing that goes against the Bible or this thing that, some people like to say, oh, this stuff's bad. No, it's just using your brain. You close your eyes, you imagine the reality you want, and then you open your eyes and you act like you're living that reality. And eventually your subconscious will say, okay, this is my reality. And your life will align to you living that reality. It's like, read The Alchemist. The Alchemist is a great book as well. That's what this is turning the subconscious, turning your dreams into reality. Okay, it's turning the mind into the physical form, the spiritual into the physical. So start visualizing. That's why I did imagine your dream life. I knew I wanted to help people go closer to God. I knew I wanted to be this leader for men. And I closed my eyes and I imagined it day after day after day. And I started living it. I started taking action. I started doing the things that dream version of myself would do. Going to the gym, eating clean, growing with God, becoming the best version of myself, building my businesses, doing these things, okay? And now it's amazing, man. Now my business helps people. Okay, I have 2 apps. One of them helps you defeat lust, and the other one helps you, stop doom scrolling and grow with God. My social media is everything I've ever wanted to do with my life because I visualized it, and now it's a reality. And then what's going to happen is when you can visualize these things, it tricks your subconscious into thinking you already have them, and then your brain will automatically act to achieve these things. Okay, and then once you do this 5-step thing, firstly, be aware that you're being tricked. Secondly, understand you're being tricked and choose to reject it. Thirdly, fuel the fire. That feeling that you feel that you're meant for greatness, even if it's just a little spark, start fueling it. That convince yourself that you're meant for it because you are meant for it. Fourthly, train your brain to be positive because love is everywhere. You are love. Jesus is love. Don't let others' negativity affect you because you are love. Fifthly, don't even let losing enter your subconscious because you are so determined you are going to win. The way you do that is by rewiring your subconscious to know you're going to achieve your dreams using visualization, etc. Then your brain will automatically know you're going to achieve these things. And then lastly is achieve. Lastly is do it over and over and over and achieve and achieve and achieve and achieve your dream life, man. Because please take what I'm saying seriously and please use it to your advantage so you can live your one human existence the best way you can with the most purpose, with the most fire inside. Okay? Don't live your life chasing the world, chasing girls. No, live your life chasing your dreams, chasing your purpose, being who you are, just being present in this moment. Being love. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, please take what I said seriously, and I promise you're going to build delusional self-belief that is going to change your life. Thank you guys for watching this video. Subscribe. I'm trying to, I'm going to get to 100K. I already know I'm going to get to 100K subscribers by the end of the year. Keep achieving your dreams. Follow God. Follow Jesus. I love y'all.